Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt, CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Thursday, February 3rd, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. Well, on Tuesday, at about 10:36 in the morning, the Coconino County Sheriff's Office responded to a two-vehicle collision. Once deputies arrived on the scene, deputies observed a Ford Explorer and a Chevy Equinox as the vehicles involved in the accident. Deputies rendered life-saving measures on the driver of the Explorer, but were unsuccessful. The driver was later pronounced deceased on the scene. The driver of the Equinox had minor injuries and declined medical treatment. Well, during the on-scene investigation, deputies learned that the Ford Explorer had been reported as a reckless driver to the Flagstaff Police Department at about 10:20 in the morning. The initial investigation indicated the Ford Explorer had gotten into a road rage incident with the Chevy Equinox. The Ford Explorer, who was reportedly following the Equinox, was driving on the right shoulder of the road in an attempt to possibly overtake the Equinox. The Explorer drove alongside the Equinox on the shoulder of the roadway and began slamming into the right side of the Equinox, forcing both vehicles to lose control, travel across the westbound lanes, and into a bar ditch. Well, this caused both vehicles to crash. The driver of the Ford Equinox was identified as 72-year-old Jack Kimball of Flagstaff. The Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office responded to the scene and transported Mr. Kimball to the Medical Examiner's Office. Now, this incident is still under investigation by the Coconino County Sheriff's Office and the Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office. No further details or information was available at the time of this broadcast. Officials ask that if the public has any further information on this incident, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at 928-774-4523. And finally, from alpine peaks to low-elevation deserts and everything in between, Arizona is one diverse state. Now, here's Forest Service Rangers Riley and Jared talking a little bit about the diversity of the ecosystems that make up the state of Arizona.
People may think Arizona is just one big flat desert full of cactus and tumbleweeds. And we do have some beautiful desert landscapes. But there's so much more to this state.
Did you know that the average elevation here in Arizona is actually pretty high at around 4,000 feet? That's about 2,000 feet above the average elevation of the United States. 4,000 feet also happens to be the highest point here at Red Rock State Park in Sedona.
The highest point in Arizona is Humphreys Peak, located northwest of Flagstaff at 12,633 feet above sea level. Arizona actually has over 24 mountain peaks above 10,000 feet in elevation.
The lowest point in Arizona is only 70 feet above sea level by the Colorado River on the border with Mexico.
All that change in elevation means Arizona is really diverse with lots of different ecosystems. We have mountains and plateaus, 4 large deserts, and despite the state's aridity, which means it's really dry, 27% of Arizona is forest. In fact, Arizona has the largest stand of ponderosa pine trees in the world.
Well, coming up in Rim Country weather, windy and cold conditions will continue today behind a departing cold front. Very cold overnight temperatures and slowly warming daytime conditions are expected over the weekend. A complete report on what you can expect for the next 7 days is coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News. Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Terlucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast. Arizona remains in a moderate northerly flow aloft this morning in the wake of yesterday's trough passage. Locally breezy north to northeast winds continue mainly along and southwest here of the Mogollon Rim. Temperatures have dropped into the teens and single digits for much of the area, with 20s in the lower areas below the rim. Now, the coldest wind chill values in the high terrain have reached into the single digits below zero. Now, cold temperatures will continue to be in the main part of the weather story today and tonight, with little relief until Friday. A reinforcing shortwave drops south through the Great Basin this morning and across Arizona this afternoon, keeping cold temperatures here for another day. In addition, we'll continue to see breezy north to northeast winds today through Friday. Gusts to 25 miles an hour will be common in the favored areas along and south here of the rim, with a few locally higher gusts possible. Similarly, cold temperatures are in store for Friday morning, with single digits to teens for most areas above 5,000 feet, and the coldest wind chills in the mountains reaching down below zero once again. Now, by Friday, the short wave moves east and heights begin to rise across the region as the persistent west coast ridge once again begins to take hold of the weather pattern. Forecast model analysis supports the strong ridge staying positioned over the west coast this weekend and through most of next week. Now, what that means is this is going to lead to warmer temperatures from Friday onward. We will continue to see short waves riding down the eastern periphery of the ridge, delivering briefly cooler temperatures and periods of enhanced northeast wind. The next such disturbance will come Sunday night into Monday, when we can expect another round of northeast winds. Dry weather, however, looks to prevail over the next week, with no precipitation in the forecast. Well, meanwhile, highs and lows around Rim Country today, well, they should be looking something like this. In Payson today, you can expect sunny skies with a high near 42, and those breezes are still going to be gusting to over 13 miles an hour today, making it feel even colder. Tonight, it'll be clear and still a little breezy with a low right around 21 degrees. Up on top of the rim at Forest Lakes, well, it's going to be kind of nasty up there today with 29. Their expected high today, but the wind is going to be a big factor up there today too, with wind chill factors maybe as low as 0 or even 10 degrees below zero in some spots. They'll have north winds at least 15 to 17 miles an hour, gusting as high as 26 miles an hour. Quite a contrast from down south here in Tonto Basin, where the high today should be right around 54 degrees and a low down in Tonto tonight near 31. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tonto TV, KREM Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Friday Eve.